Hi friends, this is Bear and welcome to Aussie Bear Budgets and welcome to another weekly budget breakdown. Now this is going to be a little bit different. It could be a bit chatty too because I've had to do a bit of a reset on my budget. As you know, things have been really tight lately. I'm not working. I haven't been working since January, and whilst for a little while there I was doing really well with my side hustle, the last almost 2 months has been really slow in that respect. And so I haven't had the extra income, and what little bit that I did have built up is gone now. So I have less money to work with. So I've had to do a bit of a reshuffle on my weekly budget. And hopefully it'll only be temporary, and I'm not worried, I'm not concerned at all because I'm still doing my savings challenges. And when I do have side hustle, I do other challenges as well. And as that builds up and I get to the end of each month, that will be reallocated to some of my sinking funds. So it'll go to other places as well, but the sinking funds that I have taken out of my weekly budget for the time being, they will get a bit of a boost at the end of each month from those reallocated savings challenges. So they're still fine. They still have the money in there that they did have. I'm just letting that sit for now and just working on what is priority right now. And so I have just done another breakdown sheet, which is different to the one that I was doing before, which was 2 sheets. And I have taken out everything that is not essential. And I am just working on what I need to build up over the course of a month in order to cover all of my bills, all of the all of the fixed sinking funds, all of the fixed bills that come every month, or that need to be saved for every month or every week. So that's what I'm doing here, with a couple of exceptions. So I am keeping Scott's Head in there because that's important to me, and I still want to put something away each week for it, even if it is only the $5 that I allocate. And I am keeping my savings challenges in there because I like doing savings challenges. It's part of what makes having a budget fun. And if I take that out, I am going to start resenting the whole thing, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to stick to a budget and make it work, and part of making it work is making it fun. And that's why I am keeping that in. And once this money goes to the savings challenges and the savings challenges get completed, it goes to the bills anyway, or it goes into my savings account, or it goes into some of the bigger challenges I have, like my 100 envelope and the 5K savings challenge, which then subsequently go to either my big savings in the bank or to sinking funds. So it all ends up going where it needs to go anyway. It's just taking a different route. And so that's the mindset that I'm in, and I want to embrace that mindset, because otherwise I am going to get discouraged and I'm going to end up not doing it at all, which I know has happened in the past, and I don't want it to get to that. Now, as you see, I have a little bit of chocolate indulgence here. Let me just put a piece in my mouth. This is from a block of chocolate that my daughter gave me for Mother's Day. And look, I have to tell you, the fact that I have made it last this long is an absolute miracle. So, because chocolate usually does not last me this long. But I have been contained. Okay, so let's have a look at what we have got. I don't have an old breakdown to show you what I've taken out, but it's all the things like household, clothing, holiday, vet, all of those I'm not stuffing for the time being because they're not essential. I do have the money that was in those accounts is still in those accounts. So, I mean, if, medical, for instance, if I need something for medical, the money's there. If I need to take the cats to the vet, the money's there. But I'm just not adding to it at the moment because it's just not a priority. All right, so the only thing in my purse, so I've taken out eating out, I've taken out miscellaneous, I've taken out personal. I still have about $90 in personal, so I can still have a little spend if I need to, or if I want to, not need to, if I want to. Eating out, okay, that I can still go and have a coffee. I mean, a coffee is $5.20. I can still go and have a coffee. I'll just take it out of the grocery money. I'm just not putting money aside for eating out because it's not a priority. Miscellaneous, I have built that up to 150, and that is still there. So if I need it, I can go to that, but I'm just not adding to it at the moment because it's not affordable right now. So things like that. But these things that I have here, these are things that need to be dealt with every week. And so I have reduced my grocery money from $200 to $150. Last week I had quite a large rollover. That was mainly because I had used the stuff in the bank to buy a lot of stuff that was on sale. And when I buy stuff, sorry, I'm eating that chocolate, so I'm slopping and slurping all over the place. When I buy stuff that's on sale, sorry, this chocolate's very nice. I buy stuff that I need, that I will use. I don't just buy stuff just because it's on sale. I only buy the stuff that I would normally buy anyway. So, like if pavlova is on sale, I'm not going to buy pavlova just because it's on sale, because I don't need pavlova. But if bread's on sale or if gravy mix is on sale, these are things that I use all the time, so yes, I'm going to get them. So that's what I did. So I'm well stocked for food. So, and most of the time I have a rollover anyway. So we can do with just 150. I'm not sure whether I'm going to continue doing the cat card for the time being, because if I take $30 out of that, that's going to be a big dent in $150. That's not going to leave me much. I'll play that by ear. I don't know. I'll see. And the cat's money I have reduced from 50 to 30, and I'm well stocked for cat food. And that'll be enough to cover their litter when I get their litter, which I'll need to do this week. So I've reduced those too, so that's helped. So 150 is going to my purse for groceries and 30 to my purse for cats. And that's all that's going into my purse. I'll keep the folders in there, the other envelopes in there, because I will go back to doing it all eventually. Just for now, I'm just leaving it at this. Now, I'm still doing $25 a week for savings because, as I said, my high interest savings account, in order to get the high interest, I have to deposit $100 a month and do no withdrawals. So $25 a week covers the $100 deposit that I need to do every month. So I'm still doing that. And that brings that up to $75 in the envelope. This pen, by the way, was a birthday gift amongst a bundle of other things that she sent me from Caitlin. I love this pen. It writes so well. I really love this pen. I love the other pen she sent too, but this one is just lovely. Now, self-care I have cut in half from 50 to 25. I did take 90 out for a hair appointment that I had last week. But for the time being, I am not having my hair appointments. I'm going to still have my massages because they are beneficial to to my back, because I have back problems and my massages really help my back. So $25 a week is enough to cover my massage each month because I have that once a month. So, but getting my hair done is not essential. So I am stopping that for the time being. So I took 90 out. I'm putting 25 in, so that will bring self-care up to 85. And that is the cost of my massage each month, but I've still got 2 more times to deposit into that, which will build up for next month. So that'll be fine. Mowing is getting 15, and that will have 105 in the envelope. Medication is getting 15. Now 50 came out of that because I got my scripts filled last week. So adding 15 to the envelope, that is going to make it $80. Groceries is getting 5, which will put 15 in the envelope. Cats is getting 5, which will put 15 in the envelope. Church is getting its usual 50, and that will be 150. Now, I do realise that depending on what your belief is, what your understanding of the Bible is, how you feel about it, some people may say that, you know, I shouldn't be contributing to church when, you know, I'm struggling like I am. But I want to continue to contribute to the church. That's very important to me, and it's in, I'm just sort of writing up what I've got here. So I'm just filling these in. Pardon me. It's something that I'm very firm about, and so I won't change that. And that's just my personal feeling on it. I don't voice that onto anybody else, but that's something that I'm very passionate about, and so I will continue to do that. Now, phone is getting 5, which will bring that to 15 in the envelope. Now, if the phone bill is something, I only just noticed this the other day. I put $5 away a week, which is $20 a month. My phone bill is now $71 a month. I don't know why I have only been putting $5 away. I have been covering my phone bill because I bulk it up when I do the cash reallocation, the completed savings challenge reallocation. When I do all of that, I bulk that up. But I don't know for the life of me why I have only been putting 5. What I really need to do is put $20 away a week for my phone. Pardon me, I've got a tickle. But I've only been putting 5 away. I don't know why, what my crazy brain was thinking when I did that. I don't know. So currently, like, I'm coming in way under on my phone. I'm going to have to rework that, but I haven't done that yet. But yeah, that's something that I'm aware of. I need to get a drink of water. Wait a minute. Okay, I've got a drink of water. Hopefully that'll take care of the tickle in my throat. Where was I up to? The phone. Anyway, I will work that out. I will, but I will continue to bulk that up with the completed savings challenges when I come to do that. Okay, the rates is getting 40, which is 120 in the envelope. I'm thinking that my rates is well covered, but I want to continue to add the $40 a week to that just to be on the safe side. Because I had in mind that I wanted to have $3,500 saved by the time the bill comes, which is more, I believe, which is more than what I will need. But I would rather err on the side of caution than to come under. So I want to continue to do that. Electricity, I'm sure that's covered as well, but I know also that my next electricity bill, not the one that I'm expecting one any day now, but the next one that will come in August, because it always comes around the same time the rates do, it's going to be the winter bill, and it's always high. So if I have money left over from this amount here when I pay my next bill, which should be any day now, I will roll that over in here to start building up for the winter bill, because the winter bill is always high. It's always close to $1,000. I've got this tickle in my throat. I've probably been talking too much. So yes, electricity is getting 15, which puts 45 in the envelope. So let me do some maths here because I haven't added this up. So that's 3,310. So 3,310. So I'm getting closer to my 3,500. And this is 785, which is good. Now the water bill is getting 5, and that'll be 10 in the envelope, and that will be 40. And it's a while until the next bill comes for that. I'm so sorry. Oh, this tickle. Now, I'm still doing the savings challenge, so $60 a week for the savings challenge. Now, this hurts. Tax is getting $140. $140. So, this is made up of, let me explain, 2 Scott's Head payments that have come in from subscribers, the money of which is still in my PayPal account because I'm leaving it there until the end of the month. Then I will draw it out and allocate it to the Scott's Head envelope. But I am already taking care of the tax. So I've worked out what the tax is. So it's for 2 Scott's Head payments and also 2 side hustle jobs. So the total of which for the tax of those 4 things, so 2 side hustles, so 2 ironing jobs and 2 Scott's Head contributions, the total of tax I worked out at $140, which is over a little bit. It's like I work it out, I add the total amount together and then divide it by 3 so that I get a third of what the total amount is. And so if it's like, $136 and something cents, I round it up to $140. So because I would rather err on the side of caution and have more than I need than not have enough. So this is getting $140, which puts $170 in the envelope. And then that is a total of $1,790. So $1,790. And then Scott's Head is getting 5, and that will be 80 in the envelope, and that will be $660. Actually, it's more than that. No. Oh, idiot. It is more than that. Oh my gosh. I only added 5 to it, not 80. I knew it was over $700. I did. I knew it was over $700. So it is $745. Is that right? Or 35? 735. Yeah, 700. Oh, that's terrible. Put it down here. $735. So that's what's in Scott's Head now, which is enough for 2 kids to go to camp and change. Working toward plus what's in PayPal. What's been contributed to PayPal is it's a little under $200. So that will be added to it as well at the end of the month, which is fantastic. Okay, that is it for the weekly budget breakdown. I hope all of this makes sense to you. And please know that hopefully, God willing, this is only temporary. And I will be able to get back to doing things the way I was doing before. But this is what budgeting is all about. Circumstances change. And I had in the bank, I've always had flush money. Let's call it like flush money. And that's what I've been dipping into to make up the difference. For being able to cash stuff $600 a week into sinking funds. But that slush money has gone. And because my savings, because my side hustles haven't been as prevalent as they were, and they will be again, it's just a slow time, But because it's been slow, I haven't had that extra income to make up the difference either, and to help, you know, bolster my income. And so this is just how it is. You just have to rework things and concentrate on your priorities. And these things are priorities to me. And I mean, if it comes down to it and I have to tweak it a little bit more, then there are things that will have to go to the wayside for the time being. But it's all okay. It's okay. And it will all right itself in the end. And you know, I know that God is taking care of me, and I know that he will provide. And I mean, oh my gosh, he has provided in ways that I just can't even tell you. You know, I have been financially blessed. My daughter, for instance, for my birthday, bought me a $100 gift card from the supermarket. So when I do the grocery shopping this week, I probably won't even have to touch that because I'll have the gift card, which I'll use first. So that was a blessing. A friend of mine from church, she goes to it's like our Liberty supermarket that we have here, but she goes to a different town and goes to a store that's very similar. It's run in the same way. And she purchases a lot of stuff. Well, she rang me and said she's got more stuff than she can use, and she brought 6 bags of groceries to me and my daughter, because she's one person, she got all of this stuff and she can't use it. So she brought it to me. Now, some of it I'm passing on to my son because it's more than what my daughter and I can use. And so anything that my son can't use, then I will donate it to people at church. But we were blessed in that way where, you know, somebody has brought us groceries. I have a guy who comes just randomly every now and again and leaves a dozen eggs in one of my flower pots out on my front veranda. I leave a bag hanging out on the pole on the front veranda of egg cartons, and when he sees it, he knows they are his and he can take them when he's ready. And he always leaves me a dozen eggs in the flower pot out the front. So sometimes I'll go out the front to check the mail, or I'll come home from somewhere and there's a dozen eggs in my flower pot. And that's a blessing because we were out of eggs, and I don't like having to buy eggs because they're so expensive in the store. But I didn't have to because Bob had left me a dozen eggs in the flower pot. So that was a blessing. I had a friend at church bless me with some money for my birthday, which I was so thankful for. And I've done a video showing where I put that in savings challenges, which eventually will go to sinking funds and the like. So I see the work of God and I see the hand of God on my life, and I know that he is taking care of us. So even though I'm at a point where what income is coming into my household is as the lowest it has ever been in probably my entire life, I'm okay. I'm okay. And because God is taking care of me, he's using other people to help, to take care of me. And he's blessing me with such abundance. And, I just, can't even tell you. So, despite the fact that this looks rather dismal, it's okay. It's all good. And it won't always be like this. But even if it is, I know it's going to be okay because I serve a mighty God who will take care of me. All right, I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to go eat the rest of my chocolate because it's so yummy. And I really should get myself some lunch because this doesn't really count as lunch, does it? Does it? When you're an adult, are you allowed to have chocolate for lunch? I mean, I think you should. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me for this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and hit the notification bell. And join me for my next video. And in the meantime, take care, God bless, and I love you. Bye-bye.